So I work for Unum. I live in Memphis, and so I kind of handle everything on the life and disability side for you guys through Unum, which is who has your policy. So, which is actually my favorite product to talk about is EAP and Travel Assist because nobody ever uses them because they don't really understand or know them. So I'm glad y'all are here to learn about them. So first thing we'll talk about, and where did we put that clicker? Okay. So the EAP program that we have, Unum actually doesn't manage it. We do through a company who has been around for a long time, and they're actually one of the largest in the industry, which is Health Advocate. And we just moved to them from Ceridian at the, I guess, in the summer, and it's been phenomenal. They're one of the largest in the world. They have a larger network. There's a lot of added benefits to them. So when you call the number, it's nothing attached to Citizens National Bank. It's nothing attached to Unum. It's completely independent. It's completely confidential. There's no report that goes to Unum or to the bank that says this person used EAP, they went and saw a counselor, they used legal services. Nothing goes to anybody. So it's completely confidential. So there's lots of things that you can use EAP for. You can use EAP to help find childcare. You can use EAP to get counseling services, legal services. I have literally used it before we were in the middle of a move to research moving companies and short-term apartments. Like you can use it for anything you can possibly think of. It doesn't have to be a traumatic event in your life, but they are a great resource for those too. Stress, depression, anxiety, which we all have. You can get online and get resources for that. Relationship issues, divorce, job stress, work conflicts, parenting issues, aging parents. There's a ton of resources. And just so you know how to access it, this little Turn to Us, this card has the number on it. And you can also go to unum.com/life balance. I have my kids have a picture of this in their phone because kids can call your children and your dependents can also use it, and actually your parents. Now that we moved to Health Advocate, your parents and your in-laws can use it also. So feel free to share the number. They can use it, and I have my kids take a picture of the card and it's just in their phone. But so that kind of tells you a little bit about it as far as what it does. So when you call, what happens? And some of this is kind of on the slide, some of it isn't. But essentially, you can call the number, you can go online, and you kind of talk through with the certified counselor what issue you're having. It could be a parenting issue, a relationship issue, a work issue, and they kind of point you in the right direction. Or if you're just needing help finding childcare in your area, you're new to the area, you need to kind of get some help, and they'll kind of point you in the right direction, get you to the right resource from that initial call that you need. And they'll take some information. The only thing that they will ask you is which company you work for, and you'll tell them Citizens National Bank because it's a benefit that's provided for you through your long-term disability product, so everybody has it. So you have unlimited phone support. Your in-person visits, you can find a counselor. If you want to see a counselor, you get 3 free visits per issue per year. So let's say you're having an issue, a relationship issue, you need to go talk to somebody. You'll have 3 visits to go talk to somebody. If there's not someone in your area, if you live in a rural area, there is kind of like telephonic Skype type support that you can get. If it's a specialized counselor that you're looking for and you would rather do it that way, that's fine too, or if there's not someone in your area. So there is that. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to find a therapist, but sometimes that's kind of a challenge depending on where you are, where you live, and what you're really looking for. So they do offer that where you can do it through like a telephone video conference session. So if you have an issue that you do and you've got like a relationship issue and you have your 3 sessions and then something else comes up and you have a work issue, that resets your 3 sessions. You can call and use it again, and that's for you, your spouse, your parents, your children, everybody that's covered that can use the plan. Has 3 sessions per issue per year. So, and there's, I think there's 60,000 licensed counselors in the network, so you can always find someone to talk to through the different issues. And they are bilingual. So when you call the one number, it's multilingual. It's not just English and Spanish. If you've got an in-law or anyone who has some language barriers, they can help you there too. And this is what is my new favorite thing since we moved to Health Advocate. I was asking about your health deductible plan because I know, am I right, y'all have a $1,500 deductible per person? $750. Okay. So if you get a dental bill or a health bill that's over $400, it's your portion, it's at a network, whatever, you can call this number and they will help negotiate the bill. I don't know if anybody's ever gotten a lengthy medical bill, but they're impossible to understand and the costs are outrageous. We have I obviously work for a benefits company. We have a great benefits plan, but my daughter had her appendix rupture, and we had to put her in an ambulance. And I don't know about here, but in Memphis, for some reason, none of the ambulances are in our service. So the actual ambulance ride, which was like 2.5 miles, was $3,700, and it wasn't covered. And it was just, it didn't go towards deductible. It was just this big mess over this ambulance ride, and I fought it for about 6 months. They fixed it for me. I paid $400 in about a week. So it is awesome. They do dental, they do medical, and remind you that it will work on your parents too. A lot of us have aging parents that are going to the doctor all the time. They're on different medical plans. So this is awesome. They can make sure the coding is correctly. Sometimes the coding's wrong and what the issue was. They can, if it's on network, they can negotiate like different payments. So I think there's some examples. Yes. Okay, so these are a couple of issues like this was a surgery. The original bill charges were $5,000. They got them down to $2,500. I think the dental implant, they negotiated a non-covered rate of $880. So these are people who do this all the time. They speak the language. They know what they're looking at. They know what the providers are capable of, and they can negotiate on your behalf. So it really is helpful, and it's completely free and included in what you've got. So it's definitely worth a phone call because I don't know if you've ever tried to call a medical place over a bill, but it's fun stuff.
So is it something that's, even if it's in network,
Okay. Absolutely. So if it's part of, say you have a $750 deductible, you get a bill for something that happened, and it's $500. Anything over $400, you call them. They're gonna get a copy of your bill. They're gonna help you work through it and negotiate it down for you.
I had 2 surgeries. I've already had my deductible, but the bills keep just coming in.
Call them. I would love for you to call them and then let me know what they do for you because I mean it really is a big benefit. I mean obviously they're not going to make it go away, but they're going to be able to help negotiate, make sure that coding is right, make sure everything that's supposed to be covered is covered. They work between the provider and the insurance company, so it really is helpful. So that should be, and it's just this number that you call and you tell them what you're looking for.
Is that unlimited?
It's unlimited. So just get all your medical bills together. Call them and say, hey, I'm sending you this, help me. And they're just going to send emails in. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just take whatever you have and send over to them. Any payment records you have, anything, and just send it over to them and they can help work through it. Yep. See? EAP every week. I mean, half of us don't even know we have it, but this one just started this summer when we moved over to Health Advocate, and this is amazing. It's absolutely awesome. So EAP helps with everything from finding schools, researching apartments and moving companies, to therapy, to legal advice, will prep. It does have a will prep service. If you go to the website, that unum.com/lifebalance, you can kind of search for will prep, and it'll help you get a basic will put together if you don't have one of those. So there's a lot of benefits. I would suggest going to the website, just kind of digging around. I think there's even like recipes on there. So if you're like us, we eat the same 5 things every week. So it's just it's good to get in there and dig around. So that's EAP. Separate from EAP is Travel Assist. So that's this card here. Another great number to have in your phone. If you're traveling more than 150 miles from home and it's not work related, your children or your spouse, anybody essentially that's covered under your medical plan, has this benefit. It's a medical benefit for travel. So let's say So you're traveling, a lot of these examples are for overseas because that's when it's most escalated, the issues. You know, if we're in the continental USA, it's all our medical plans work, we're used to it, we know what to do. But when you get overseas, things are a little different. And one thing to note is this is something that you have to call beforehand. If you schedule your own transportation and do things, and then you've got these bills, they're not going to cover it, but they will do it. It's not a refund program. It's they're going to coordinate it for you. But hospital admission, emergency medical evacuation, prescription replacement, all kind of things. So I'm not sure if there's. Let me just give you a couple of examples that I know about. I personally was traveling with my family, lost a baggage that had some medicine in it. So I was like, I'll give this a shot. So my luggage was lost. It was only, you know how the airlines is, but it was the medicine that we needed. So I called the number. They called my doctor's office, got the pharmacy, got it, delivered it to my hotel. Didn't cost me a dime. So they got it all worked out, got it figured out, handled. A coworker of mine had a son that was playing like baseball, was at one of these college ID camps. He was about 200 miles away from home. He was there for a week. He got hit in the ankle, it like fractured part of his ankle. She called, they paid for her flight there to get her there, and then they paid for a rental car to get them back. So it is awesome. If you think to call them beforehand. Now, if she had done all that and then called them and said there would be nothing that they could do. So it's great for your kids. This one does not cover your parents like the EAP does, but your kids, your spouse. It'll, if you're overseas, it used to, and it's not so much anymore when kids were studying abroad, like in college and stuff, the kids would almost use it like a collect, when you used to have to call a collect. So the kids would call the travel assist and then get them to call their parents through that. So they were kind of using it that way. But I mean, it's great for kids who travel away, or even if you're on personal vacation. There are some extreme examples, like Unum actually had an employee that was traveling and jumped off a cliff when they were cliff diving in Hawaii and passed away, and it paid to move him back. So it does do the same as EAP. It does the extremes, and it does do if you're traveling and you just have, you know, hey, you lose a prescription or you forgot a prescription and you need to get back. Does anybody have any questions about that or what it covers?
I have a question.
Sure.
I've got our plan here. My wife and my son have a separate plan for my wife's work.
Oh, it has not, sorry. It has nothing to do with your medical plan. It just essentially, I use that example because if your child's 30, they're not really covered. So it's kind of like if they would be an eligible dependent. So now most health plans, I think all plans 26. So up to age 26. So no matter if they're on your health, this has nothing to do with your health plan. It's just it's a separate benefit provided to you from citizens. So if they're traveling and something happens, absolutely use it. It does do a passport replacement. So if you're traveling overseas and you lose your passport, they're going to help coordinate that. I don't know if there's any way to speed that up, but they do the coordination of it, and kind of can help navigate through that with travel plans and stuff too. So it is a really good benefit. It has a lot of benefits traveling overseas just for added protection because there are some unknown barriers there with, you know, the hospitals and admission and insurance, and they kind of handle all of that. There is an app for the travel assist that if you do travel a lot, you know, you can get, I don't know, we all have so many apps on our phone. I just have the number in my phone and just call them. They can kind of tell you, you know, you just tell them your situation, they tell you what they can do. They do get pretty creative sometimes outside of the continental U.S. And you know, we've had people, I don't know them, but the travel assist place was talking about someone who was on an African safari and they had to actually hire somebody with an elephant to move somebody around. So, I mean, here in the U.S., it's not as, it's more a convenience factor, but once you travel overseas, it's good to have. There is no limit on the countries. Your family is covered. There's no pre-ex. I mean, if you know you have a condition, let's say you know you have cancer and you travel overseas, something happens and you got to get back. It's not like they're going to say, no, you knew you had this when you traveled. So They don't have any exclusions like that. Definitely covers sports related. And as long as Assist America arranges and pays up front, they cover 100% of the cost. It does not reimburse those, so that's just something to remember. And that's it.